welcome back to my channel. I feel like I haven't done a segment in a long time. I feel like my last few YouTubes have sort of been like, I don't know, kind of like off the cuff and just like showing random things. But today I want to talk all about apple cider vinegar. It is a huge part of my life. Well, it's not a huge part of my life, but it's part of my daily routine. And if you guys follow me on Instagram, you know I'm always talking about my routines and rituals and how important I think they are to be successful in health and in life. It's so important to have routines. So apple cider vinegar is part of my routine. Up to now on YouTube, I've shown a lot of my routines. I've showed the lemon water, I've shown my Bulletproof coffee, I've shown my vitamins and supplements, and now I'm showing you my apple cider vinegar. And today what I want to do is tell you sort of how I got into it, why I started taking it, all the amazing benefits are, and how they can help you, because I have my own issues. We all have issues, but I have my own issues and I have my own reasons for starting to take apple cider vinegar. Maybe some of the benefits that apple cider vinegar have to offer that don't necessarily pertain to me may really help you. So with that being said, I just want to get right into it and go into how I started taking apple cider vinegar and what it's all. Just like everything else I talk about, I didn't invent this stuff. Apple cider vinegar is something that I feel like is a cure for everything. I feel like you go on Instagram, there's like 95 different reasons why you should take apple cider vinegar. You go online, there's ads for it. You look on any single blog, someone's talking about it. Apple cider vinegar is like one of those things that there's like 50 different like reasons or benefits for. Like you, I've been seeing it for years and years. With that being said, it's also been a part of my life now for over almost 3 years, I would say. And how it started initially was weight loss. I would see it online. I would see that people were taking it, I think with Garcinia Cambogia, which is like it's not a diet pill, but it's like a natural diet pill or something. I don't take that, but before a meal, it's gonna cut your appetite. So initially, when I was more focused on weight loss rather than being healthy, I would take it for that reason. And I've even suggested it to you guys over Instagram, like when people ask me for little weight loss tips, like not to find a quick fix, but something that can naturally help you guys lose weight or curb your appetite, I always suggest apple cider vinegar. And that's because for years, I would do apple cider vinegar about 30 minutes before a meal, and it would just sort of, not only would it just kind of curb your appetite, but it would sort of reduce any cravings, like extra cravings for sugar, things like that. And also I find that it would just really help my digestion. When I was going through my digestive issues about, now it's gonna almost be 2 years, I really started doing apple cider vinegar after my meals. So initially I started doing it before my meals to kind of curb my appetite and to help with weight loss. And then when my digestion was really affected and not doing well, and my gut was all off, I started taking apple cider vinegar after meals. So I'm gonna get into like how you're supposed to take it and all of that sort of later on in this video, but I'm just kind of telling my story right now. I've tried it many different ways, and right now I currently do it at night. Most people do it during the day or in the morning. I personally have so many beverages in the morning that I don't think I can add one more thing. The way that I do it at night really works for me. But with that being said, everybody's different. We all have different routines. We all do different rituals and routines. So wherever you can squeeze in apple cider vinegar is perfectly fine, because it's really something that you can do at any time or whenever it's good for you, depending on what your focus is and what you really want to use it for. Like I said, when I initially started the apple cider vinegar, it was really to lose weight and to like sort of reduce my appetite a little bit. But as I got healthier and started feeling the benefits of the digestion, and as I was starting to feel better, I really wanted to know more. And that's sort of how I am. Like I would try things sort of just that I would see, just use trial and error on myself. None of these things are really dangerous anyway. And then if I would notice, wow, like this is really making a difference, I wanna know why it's making a difference, I would go and do my research. So that's what I did with apple cider vinegar. It's what I do with everything. And what I realized about apple cider vinegar is just how many amazing compounds that it has and what it's made up of. First one being acetic acid, potassium, magnesium, enzymes, and tons of probiotics. So I already knew a little bit about enzymes and probiotics from my digestive issues, and I was like, okay, this stuff is like, has it all. So it's all sort of making sense to me now, why it's making my digestion feel so good, why it's like I would eat a heavy meal, and you know, after a heavy meal, you kind of feel like bloated or uncomfortable. You take a shot of apple cider vinegar, and it's almost as if it just like neutralizes everything. It's like the craziest thing ever, but it kind of makes sense because it has the enzyme, so it's helping break down your foods better, and it has the probiotics. So what it's doing is it's killing off that bad bacteria that's in your gut lining, and it's promoting a really safe and good place for your good bacteria, which is exactly what we want if you want to rebuild that gut lining and have a really strong, good digestive system. Acetic acid is really powerful also at killing off that bad bacteria. It's not just about the enzymes and the probiotics in the apple cider vinegar. It's really good at getting rid of that bad bacteria and fostering growth for good bacteria. Exactly what we want. It sort of acts like a natural antibiotic. So it sees, like the acetic acid, like sees this bad bacteria and it kind of like eats it away the way that an antibiotic would. So instead of taking an antibiotic, it's a natural antibiotic and it's sort of like an irrigation system almost. So it's super, super beneficial. On top of that, apple cider vinegar also contains a ton of minerals, a ton of vitamins, especially magnesium and potassium, and like I said before, enzymes and probiotics. So the first benefit of apple cider vinegar that I really want to talk about is digestion, because that is the initial reason that I guess it really helped me. Like I said, the enzymes and the probiotics inside the apple cider vinegar are really going to help with your digestive tract. It's going to help you absorb all your foods properly. It's going to help you not crave the wrong things like sugars and not crash. It's really just going to keep everything sort of level. So from a digestive point of view, it's awesome. It's also super beneficial to take to avoid things like candida, which is a yeast overgrowth that so many people deal with and so many people have but don't know they have. If you guys are, wondering what the hell is candida and what does this mean, a yeast overgrowth, feel free, I'll write it here, look it up and see if it's something that you think you may be suffering from. It's something that so many people have and is super simple to get rid of. There's like very simple tonics that you can sort of make at home that include apple cider vinegar to help get rid of candida. So I would definitely look into that because there's definitely a few key signs to know if you have candida or not. But apple cider vinegar is a huge help with the bad yeast overgrowth in our bodies. So taking it every day, super important. Amazing benefits of apple cider vinegar is how it detoxifies the body. The first thing that it does is that apple cider vinegar really helps balance your body's pH level. So although apple cider vinegar is extremely acidic, the effect that it has on your body when it's ingested is actually very alkaline. And if you guys aren't really aware about acidic and alkaline diet, acidity like sugars and things that are really bad for us, packaged foods, are very acidic, and cancer and disease really grows in an acidic body. But in an alkaline body, inflammation and disease really keeps at bay. So you really want to try and have that right balance. And apple cider vinegar does when detoxifying the body is that it really promotes lymphatic drainage. So it's just going to help everything get moving. It's going to help your circulation get moving. And in turn, that's really going to help with your skin. It's really going to help you have clear skin and just, again, lymphatic drainage is just getting rid of all those toxins that are sort of getting trapped inside the body. Super beneficial to everything, to your joints, to your muscles, to your glow, to your skin. So it's awesome. Vinegar really helps with weight loss. I mentioned this before, and I'm sure every time I mention weight loss, people are like, oh my God, it makes you lose weight. Okay, I'll take it all day. But like, if I tell you that it's gonna stop you from getting cancer, no one's gonna take it. You know what I mean? So it will help you lose weight, and it does that by the detoxification process. Number two, the lymphatic drainage, and just getting everything moving and getting your cardiovascular system moving and your circulation going. And on top of it, it really does help curb those sugar cravings, those carbohydrate cravings, and the cravings for the wrong thing. So if you are looking for, listen, I don't like quick fixes, but if you're looking for a way to help you start, your weight loss journey, I would definitely recommend taking 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar diluted in water 30 minutes before every meal, because it is going to help you sort of curb those bad cravings that you may have. So that's something that you can definitely look into and definitely start doing. Not dangerous at all. Another thing that apple cider vinegar is awesome at is it really helps balance the blood sugar in our bodies. Don't spike and stuff is super important, because that's another cause of inflammation. That's another cause of weight gain. Apple cider vinegar, literally, I could go on and on. There's like 95 different uses for it if you look it up online, but you could clean your house with it. I clean my fruits and vegetables with it. I don't know if you've seen it on my Instagram, but I will show it in this video. I will take, let's say, berries as an example, put them into a cold bowl of water, put in about a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar, and it completely disinfects all of my fruits and vegetables. So you don't need to buy fruit and vegetable spray. You can just use apple cider vinegar. It is super awesome. I know people who clean their house with apple cider vinegar. They'll do like 50% apple cider vinegar to 50% water. Works like a charm. Another awesome benefit of apple cider vinegar, you guys see me do this all the time, is that it is really a good hangover remedy. I will take activated charcoal before I go out for a night. I'll take like one before a night out. Activated charcoal is super awesome at detoxifying the body and just trapping toxins and getting them out of your body. So things like alcohol, it's not gonna make the alcohol go away, but it's gonna make all the toxins in the alcohol sort of go away faster than they would. And those are really the things that are causing your hangovers. So I'll take one activated charcoal before I leave the house. When I get back from a night of drinking or a night out or a heavy meal, I'll take 2 activated charcoals when I get home with a shot of apple cider vinegar, and I find that the next day I wake up and I'm really perfectly fine. So, and I have to say that I've done it without the apple cider vinegar. I've just done the activated charcoal, not the same. The mix of the apple cider vinegar and the activated charcoal in a big glass of water seriously helps get rid of hangovers. So if you're somebody who suffers from hangovers, like doesn't want to deal with it anymore, try that tip. Try doing activated charcoal and apple cider vinegar. I promise you. Another thing that apple cider vinegar is amazing at, I mentioned earlier, it's like nature's antibiotic. It kind of like goes in and just kills all the bad bacteria. If you're somebody who gets sick often, if you're someone who is sick, like the second that I feel that like itch in my throat, I'll get a huge glass of water, I'll put some Manuka honey in, I'll put in some apple cider vinegar, a little bit of lemon, down it, and I swear to God, I feel like it literally kills everything in your body. So if you're someone who gets sick often, if you're scared you're gonna get sick often, incorporate apple cider vinegar into your day because it's nature's antibiotic and it is super powerful at getting rid of sore throats, of colds, and all of that kind of stuff. When looking for apple cider vinegar and what to buy and what to look for, this is a brand that is awesome. It's sold everywhere. It's called Bragg's. I switch up brands. I just buy whatever the health food store at the moment has it when I need it. But the most important thing about apple cider vinegar is not the brand, it's that it contains the mother. The mother is where all of the nutrients are, and it should look cloudy. If your apple cider vinegar is clear, that means it has been refined, that means it's sparkling apple cider vinegar, and that means all nutrients, enzymes, probiotics, vitamins, minerals, everything is really been stripped from the vinegar. So do not buy a clear apple cider vinegar. It should look cloudy. It should say that it contains the mother. Raw, it should be unfiltered, and it should 100% have the mother, and it should be cloudy. So you really need to keep that in mind because if it doesn't have any of those things, you are not getting the benefits and you're really just drinking vinegar, which is disgusting and doesn't taste good. So you really want to get the benefits of it. Otherwise, there's no point. Keep that in mind. Super, super important. Otherwise, no point in doing it. Where can you guys find apple cider vinegar? You can buy it at pretty much any health food store. Costco has it. IGA has it. Whole Foods has it. Wherever you live, wherever you're from, they will sell apple cider vinegar. It is a super common thing that you will see in grocery stores. Again, you make sure that it has the mother and it's all good. And you can incorporate it into anything. You can put it into salad dressings. You could put it onto vegetables. You could do whatever you want with it. I personally have been taking it for almost I think it's been over 3 years actually. And to be honest with you, the taste of apple cider vinegar is like, I can't do it. Like I can't even smell it. So what I do, and this is a tip that I learned along the way. I take apple cider vinegar. It makes it so much easier. I'll do about a 1/4 cup of apple cider juice. You want to make sure that the only ingredients are fresh apples, no extra sugars. Pour that into your cup. And then you're gonna add I do about 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. Work your way up. Do not start with 2 tablespoons. I probably put more. And then I always drink it with a stainless straw. It makes it go down a lot easier. Now you just saw me make my apple cider vinegar in the way that I do it. I always mix it with apple cider juice. I like to use a 1/4 cup of apple cider juice, and when you're buying apple cider juice, you want to make sure the only ingredient is apples. So it's the apple cider, and what you do is you do a 1/4 cup of apple cider. I do 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar mixed inside, and I drink it with a straw. I drink it with a straw for 2 reasons. Number 1, the acidity of the apple cider vinegar is a lot on your teeth and it can wear at your enamel. And number 2, I just find it easier. I find that it goes down better, it goes down faster. Straw's awesome. And starting out, you don't need to do it with apple cider juice. That's how I do it because I really cannot handle the taste. I've been doing it for so long, and the second that I taste it, I want to like throw up. So you guys can mix it into water. You could do it in the morning. You could do it midday. You could do it whenever you want. You could do it up to 3 times a day. When you read online, in general, they're always saying to sort of have it first thing in the morning, which you totally can. You could put it into your lemon water in the morning if you want. I choose to do it at night because I find that at night I'll eat and then I'll usually lie down pretty quickly after I eat, about an hour. So I find having the apple cider vinegar about an hour before I go to bed really helps me digest my food, and I wake up with a super flat stomach and it feels awesome. So for me, I like to have it at night, but to each their own. And in general, if you do your own research, you're gonna see online that they're always suggesting to do it in the morning. So try it in the morning, try it at night, try it midday, see what works for you, see how it feels best for you, and do it whichever way works for you, because we are all different and we cannot all do things the exact same way. The thing that I would recommend for people who are starting out is start with a teaspoon and work your way up. Apple cider vinegar can be quite intense on the stomach. It can almost make you nauseous, and that's because it's gonna go in there and it's gonna start killing stuff. It's gonna start killing bad bacteria. It's gonna start killing any yeast overgrowth. So if you're somebody who's not the healthiest, or you know, you're starting out with apple cider vinegar, or starting off with a newer lifestyle or a healthier lifestyle, it is gonna detoxify you. So you don't want to send your body into shock and make yourself nauseous and turn yourself off from it. So just gradually work your way up. Start with a teaspoon, add a little more each day, and eventually work your way up to a tablespoon. I do 2 tablespoons, but again, I've been doing it for 3 years. In the beginning, I was just doing 1 tablespoon before each meal. So to each their own, and just figure out how much and which way works best for you. There are days where I skip my apple cider vinegar. There's days where I don't do it. There's days where, like, even when I posted my what I eat in a day video, I forgot to put it in my video because it's something I just do at night. Some days I forget, some days I don't forget. Let's say I do it in a week out of 7, I'll do it 5 days. But what I want you guys to think of it as almost as an antibiotic. If you were on a medication, you would have to take it every single day. Well, apple cider vinegar is sort of like I said, it's like nature's antibiotic. So you want to be taking this every day, especially if you're someone who's on a newer health journey, especially if you're someone who gets sick often, or who doesn't have as much energy, or if you really feel as though you need to be detoxifying your body. This is really going to help you. So try and incorporate it into your daily routine every single day. I try every day. Some nights I forget, most nights I do it. So I know I don't show it as much as I show my lemon water or as much as I show my Bulletproof coffee, but that's because by nighttime I'm exhausted and I just like kind of give up on the Instagram thing. So I'm telling you now, add it in every day. So now I've given you a little bit of insight on what apple cider vinegar is all about, why I started taking it, what the benefits are, how it can help you, how to take it, where to buy it. I feel like I've covered everything. If I did not cover any of the questions you have, or if you have any further questions about apple cider vinegar, feel free to shoot me a comment below, a question on Instagram. Please subscribe to my channel. Like this video if you liked it, and I will see you guys next week. Mwah!